What is up, internet? I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel for another video. You guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird in the verse, FC, aka Fried Chicken. Recently, CIG did a drop for us. Star Citizen 4.2 is now in the PTU Wave 2, which means we are now able to play with all the new content that they have in store for us, from gameplay roles, to items, to vehicles, to FPS weapons. All of y'all already know what I'm really interested in, and that is that brand new Prism Shotgun from Verified, aka Volt. Let's start this video off with typical fried chicken seasoning. You know, that garlic parm and that delicious Asian zing and hot chili pepper. The engineers at Verified Off-World Laser Technologies have incorporated cutting-edge laser research directly into their distinct Prism Laser Shotgun. This weapon is notable for its ability to fire lasers that will refract off surfaces to provide new targeting angles into entrenched opponents. Pretty much meaning that if you shoot at the ground or at a wall, the bullets should bounce off and hit people who may be peeking around the corner. Now, I do have to give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer just because of the way how the game is acting right now in the PTU. It is very bad in the PTU and Pyro. I have had nothing but issues. Other people, stuttering or slideshowing across my screen, server errors left and right, and just an overall bad time. I managed to get myself one kill while running checkmate station with the player who was standing right in front of me. I took him down and that was cool and all, but I ran the whole entire zone. There was no NPCs, there was no brand new loot, there was nothing really different, and so I wasn't really able to get a good test with it at the checkmate station contestant zones. I then made my way over to Ghost Arena trying to find players and NPCs, but again, kind of the same issue. The NPCs that were spawning in was very minimal. I think it was maybe like 7 NPCs total in Ghost Arena in the entire arena from all the other zones, and no players in sight. There was a lot of stuttering, a lot of glitching with the NPCs here, and it was overall not a great time. I was able to get a couple range tests here, but it wasn't the best still, just because the NPCs were stuttering left and right and I wasn't able to get really good connecting hits to them just because they weren't acting normal. So I talked into the global chat and asked them, hey, where are the NPCs, where the players at, what's going on? And everyone said, go back to Stanton if you want to have better server FPS, and that's exactly what I did. I was like, okay, bet, let's head to the OLPs. First impressions of the Prism Shotgun. If I had to say anything about this thing, I would have to compare it to pretty much the R97. It realistically is the R97 that overheats. The main difference between the two is this gun will be able to take down your enemies way faster than the R97 as long as you are within its range parameters. Within that 10-meter range, you're able to take down heavies with about 2 to 3 shots. But once you get out of that 10-meter range, the damage starts to drop off and you start doing less damage. So keep that in mind while you're using this thing. It's strong. It's definitely strong. As you can see, I took down that heavy with the backpack on with 2 shots. This thing is strong. It's absolutely a beast, but just like the quartz, you have to be in its proper parameters. Also, a little side note, the weapons lockers that holds the parallax weapons or any other weapons are now illuminated. And also, for all of you P8 lovers, I want to let you guys know that they have nerfed the damage of the P8 AR by a whole 12%, going from 52 damage all the way down to 45. Also, I am not sure if this is a bug or something, but apparently I have not been able to repool my P8 ammo not even once since Wave 2 has dropped. So I'm curious what is going on there. Let me know. But let's continue on back to the weapons test. Also, another side note, I'm not sure if anyone has noticed this, but in the PTU, The NPCs that are spawning in are spawning with force, meaning there is even more NPCs in the general area where you typically find just a few. Now there's plenty. Again, I'm not sure what is going on, but I've never seen this many NPCs all spawn in at the same time, at the same location, in the same general area. I am baffled. These motherfuckers hurt me so badly. Thank God I had my medipin on the side as I was trying to run away. Just listen to this. Listen to this drama. I don't know what I did to the Ninetales to get them mad at me, but geez, they were relentless on me. They were doing everything in their power to let me know that I was not welcome. Maybe it's all these years running bunker missions in Stanton, foiling their plans and stuff, you know, who knows, but they definitely got their revenge. Attempting a range test with this shotgun is a little iffy just because the bullet spread is very inconsistent. Sometimes it's very tight or it's very spread apart, and so I'm just not sure what to really say about it. It's powerful, yes, but it's not really controllable, if you will. You're able to handle it, but just to a certain extent. So as I was just saying earlier that the shots are very inconsistent when it comes to the spread. Earlier in this little battle I just had, I was taking down the NPCs with like 5 to 6 shots. But then towards the end, the NPCs started dying real easily with just a couple shots, you know, 1 to 2 at about a 20-meter distance from them. And, you know, like I said, again, it's very inconsistent. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It's nice and all, it's cool, but it's a little unpredictable, as I said earlier. So that is it. That is the Prism Shotgun from Volt. It's really cool. It's a awesome substitute if you're tired of using the R9 shotgun. It pretty much functions the same, fires very fast, very quickly, and it deals a decent amount of damage. It also comes in some really cool colors if you're able to locate all 3 colors within the Lazarus Labs. I have been enjoying it, telling the truth. I've had a lot of fun. Gathering magazines for this has been difficult, but I did find a way how to get a lot of magazines real quickly. If you know, you know, because you can't buy the magazines in the game yet. And I know you can run this firearm in Arena Commander, but there's literally no one in Arena Commander. I spent about a good solid 10 to 15 minutes trying to find one match with one other body, but nothing prevailed. So I decided to run it out into the PTU to see what I can possibly do with this awesome shotgun. I do like it. I'm curious what's going to happen to it, if it's going to get a damage buff or a range buff of some kind, because I think this thing really would shine if the spread would, maintain its tightness with a little bit of a range increase. Maybe like the 15 meters. That would be excellent in my opinion, excellent space. But who knows? CIG do what CIG do. And boom, that is pretty much it. That is the brand new Prism shotgun from Volt. This thing is cool. It's an excellent alternative to the R9. I have been running it and I'm going to continue to run it as long as I can. I can't wait for the servers to get better because, right now it's trash. I can't really do anything in my comfort zone, so I'm just out here having fun with it. But yeah, make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Slap that like button because it really does help push me up in the algorithm when you guys interact with my videos. But you guys already know who it is. It is the biggest bird in the verse, FC, aka Fried Chicken. Big Bird out.